Brr. Hey guys, well we're just out at the shack today. It's kind of snowing. I'm not sure if you can tell out the window. It's about -2 or -3 in here. So that's what, 28 Fahrenheit. Just got a bit of a fire going, warm this place up. I've got some new options as far as lighting goes. I think it's a cost savings for the general public. People that just want to come out to a shack and have some lights. Most of the time people are running generators for power, and this is kind of a cheap and easy alternative to running your generator just for lights. I still got my 40-watt panel outside. I've got a deep cycle battery, and I'll show you what else I have. Pretty dark in here, so I apologize, but a great option for lighting when you don't want to have an inverter is just a 12-volt light. This is just a light you would put on maybe a four-wheeler or a side-by-side or your tractor. It's just a 12-volt LED light. They're pretty cheap. They run, you know, 30 to 50 bucks depending on where you are. It works really well. I'm going to put one up right above this window here, kind of just shining straight down as low as I can get it, sort of as flat as I can get it to light up this room. And because they're all weather sealed, I'm going to put another one out outside so that, you know, if we're outside and doing whatever, we can just flip one of these lights on. One of the reasons I want it outside is because I think it was last year Chris and Jeremy came out and we did a catch and cook rabbit stew, and I forget what else there was. And we used my Gator's lights, and we ran the Gator battery dead. So it was no big deal. We had this battery in here that we boosted, but this way it allows these lights to do the work outside, making sure I don't run my battery dead. What's nice about these is you can run directly off your battery. You could run say 20 feet or 10 feet of extension cord is what I like to use. Put some alligator clips on it. Use good connectors for this, and you could just clip it onto your battery and move it. It would be similar to a trouble light that you'd use in a garage or outside. I'm gonna wire it kind of permanent or semi-permanent. I've got a little switch here somewhere already set up. You can't see it because it's too low. And I've also got an inline fuse. It's a good idea to use an inline fuse just in case something happens, and it won't wreck everything. That fuse should pop. I'm probably going to run the 2 lights off of one 10 amp fuse. I'll run the power to here and then I'll split it off, one going outside, one coming in here with 2 separate switches. But today we're just going to focus on getting the light in here set up. It's pretty dark and gloomy these last 10 or 11 days or so now. I don't think I've seen the sun in about 2 weeks, so we'll get some light in here and then we can focus on cleaning up. It's a mess. So to start off, you can see that by getting rid of the inverter, you eliminate a light switch, a face plate, a light socket, a box for the light switch, and over on the fridge, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there was an LED bulb as well as a square box for that, and quite a bit of wiring, but that doesn't really make much of a difference because you still need wiring for the switch. So the little red thing is my inline fuse. That's a number 15 amp. I've got a piece of extension cord that I'm using and it runs down the walls. Cable runs down the wall, through the wall. I've got it connected to some regular household wire. And there's my junction, just kind of messy. It's not tidied up. So I've got one wire going to a toggle switch. That's like a push-pull switch right there in the corner that I'm kind of zooming in on. And then the other 2 wires run up and to the light switch, or to the light bulb. Well, there, not too bad. We got that light installed pretty quickly. I'm probably going to tape up the electrical connectors. I need to bring my step ladder out and pull down some of the old wiring that I had going to a light switch over here. And just tidy things up, keep the wire out here because like I said, I still want to put one more light outside. But for now, I'm pretty happy with that one. It's not super bright in here, but it's bright enough that you can see what you want to do. And come nighttime, it'll be plenty. It's kind of a nice mild light. It's not, that one I think they call a hybrid, so it's got a combination of spotlight and floodlight. Pretty nice. But we're just having a little bit of wintergreen tea, battling a bit of a bug. Had a sore throat and cough for over a week now. Just doesn't want to seem to go away. But we're going to clean up. I think I'm going to pack everything up that I have and get it out of here. It's really messy. I wish I had a small generator so I could bring that and a vacuum out. But I'll sweep it out. I forgot to bring a flooring tile. I busted one here last year and I'm just waiting for someone to cut themselves on it. So we'll clean that up. Hang the sleeping bags up. I've got 2 grates or like wire shelving racks that I want to hang up around the corners here so you can hang your mitts. At least one here and maybe one in the garage. But for now, that's cabin time, guys. So cheers. I'm going to drink my my wintergreen tea. I'm going to sit by the fire for another half an hour or so and then pack up and head on home. So if you're interested in different lighting options, I think those 12-volt lights or old light bars, anything like that is probably a pretty inexpensive option. Just that crappy 1000 watt inverter, I think it's a modified sign, was like $100 or $200. You know, and by the time you add all those boxes and stuff, you're really running up in price. You can use some extension cord or even some household wire, an inline fuse, and a switch, and just run it to the light and hang your like a toggle switch. You could use your household switch as well, or you could just use alligators and put your alligator clamps on your battery post, and then the light comes on. It's pretty simple and really inexpensive. I think it's a great option instead of running an inverter, especially if all you want is lights. So anyways guys, have a good one. I'm going to enjoy my tea and the snow.